Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. Most home businesses fail because people choose the wrong model. But in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how to launch a profitable business from the comfort of your home in 30 days with no BS. I see too many people wasting their time on low profit ventures when there's a much faster path to making serious money. I've been through the struggle myself and I'm going to share exactly what works. And so far, I've been able to make over $1,200 a day in profit with just my laptop. First, let's take a look at what most people try when starting businesses from home. You've got your Etsy shops selling stickers or crafts, freelancing as a writer or designer, dropshipping products from China, or even doing affiliate marketing. These are popular because they seem easy to start with. But here's what nobody's telling you about these models. You will grind for zero results. With an Etsy shop, you might make $5 per order. To hit $10,000 per month, you need 2,000 orders. That's insane. You'll be packaging products in your sleep at this rate. What about freelancing? Sure, you might make a few $100 per client, but you'd need 20 clients to make 10 grand. That's 20 different people to please, 20 deadlines, 20 revision cycles. You're trading time for money and you won't burn out fast. It's like having an extra job on the side. Now, dropshipping sounds sexy until you realize you're making maybe $15 profit per order after ad costs. That means you need nearly 700 orders per month to make $10,000 for real. Plus, you're dealing with customer service nightmares, shipping delays, and product quality issues. I know because I've tried these models. Back in 2018, when I was in high school, my friend and I jumped into dropshipping. We actually got our first sale within 30 minutes of launching our ad campaign. Pretty exciting, right? But guess what happened? We ran out of money to keep the ads going. That is a classic beginner mistake. For years, I bounced between different online business models and nothing stuck. I wasn't making any money. And I was also constantly procrastinating because I lacked clarity. Without a clear roadmap, I'd end up binge watching YouTube instead of building my business. Now, my parents were nurses. They were hardworking, but always struggling financially. And I promised myself and them I would find a better way to build wealth. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots fill up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. And I finally did when in 2022, I discovered what I call the PTP method, passion to profit. This completely changed the game for me. Instead of selling physical products or my time, I started selling my knowledge by helping agency owners, coaches, and consultants to get more leads and booked calls. And the best part with this method is that I signed my first client for over $1,000. I still remember running to show my mom the notification on my phone when I got the payment. She was so proud, and in that moment, all the sacrifices felt worth it. 5 days later, I signed another client for even more, and the cycle continued. So what exactly is the PTP method? It's simple. Identify your zone of genius, knowledge or skills you already have that others would pay to learn, and package it into a high-ticket offer. An offer you can sell for at least $1,000 to $5,000. Let's compare the PTP method to other business models. With a sticker shop, you're making about $5 per order with very limited time flexibility and medium startup costs for materials. With freelancing, you might make $500 per client if you offer a complex service, but you have low time flexibility because you're always working on projects. Not to mention that most freelancers just do this on the side and don't make it a full-time income because there's so much competition and so much saturation. They're not getting enough customers. With dropshipping, you're making at best $15 profit per sale with low time flexibility because you're constantly managing orders and customer service. But with the PTP method, you're making $1,000 to $5,000 per client. So to hit $10,000 per month, you only need 5 to 10 clients. And the startup cost is almost nothing. Just your brain, your laptop, an internet connection, and a proven step-by-step process. What's amazing with the PTP method is that you don't need to go viral or to have a huge following. I'm not famous. You don't need to compete on volume or low prices. You're building real authority while having minimal overhead. And best of all, you're making a genuine impact because people pay for transformations, they don't pay for products. So how do we make this happen in 30 days? Here's the action plan, week by week. Week 1 is all about getting clarity. This is where most people fail, because they try to serve everyone at the same time. If you try to speak to everyone, you'll end up speaking with no one. Instead, you need to define your specific niche and target audience. Who exactly do you want to help? What problem can you solve for them? Then, you want to craft your offer around that transformation, and it should be priced at least $1,000. For me, I specifically targeted agency owners who needed more leads and booked calls. I wasn't trying to help all business owners with everything kind of marketing. That's way too broad. You want to get specific and then you go more broad. Week 2 focuses on content and authority. You want to set up your personal brand on one platform. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. Don't try to be everywhere. Otherwise, you're spreading yourself thin. Start sharing valuable content for your ideal customers. Give them value, share tips with them. Week 3 is when you create your offer. You build your program or service delivery framework. It's just an idea at the moment because you're going to sell it before you build it. But what exactly are you going to give to your customers? Then you want to record a simple 5 to 15 minute long video or presentation that explains your offer briefly and what they will gain from it. Week 4 is launch time. You start with a soft launch to your warm network, your friends, family, previous contacts, and your audience, your small audience. Do direct message outreach to gather interest. Your goal is to book calls and enroll 1 to 3 high-ticket clients to prove your offer. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I don't have any special knowledge. Yes, you do. Everyone knows something valuable. Maybe you've overcome a health challenge, mastered a hobby, or solved a specific problem. That is your zone of genius. Maybe you're thinking, I'm not an expert. Here's the truth. You don't need to be the world's top authority. You just need to be a few steps ahead of the people you're helping. If you've achieved results for yourself or others, that's enough to start. When I began helping agency owners, I wasn't the world's top marketing expert, but I had figured out a system that worked and I could teach it to others who were where I had been. Another common objection I hear is, what if nobody buys my offer? This is why we focus on validating your offer quickly by selling it before we build it. That way, you don't waste all of your time building something nobody actually wants. Now by week 4, you'll be having conversations with potential clients. If they don't buy, you'll get feedback to improve your offer. Now let's talk about why right now is the absolute best time to start this type of business. First, the knowledge economy is booming. People are more willing than ever to pay for expertise that helps them to solve problems faster. Second, AI tools are making delivery easier than ever. You can create materials, track progress, and scale your business with minimal effort. Third, people are so overwhelmed with generic information. What they want is specialized help from people who understand their specific situation, and they want you to guide them step by step. They don't want to figure it all out themselves. Before I had my clear step-by-step process, I'd waste entire days scrolling through YouTube or watching movies because I didn't know what to do next. Does that sound familiar? It's probably exactly what you're doing right now. The key to beating procrastination is clarity. When you know exactly what needs to be done each day, taking action becomes much easier. That's why I've broken this down into a 4-week plan with specific tasks. And here's something most gurus won't tell you. Starting small is okay. Your first client might not pay you $5,000. My first high-ticket client paid me $1,000, which was still life-changing for me at the time. It literally took me just 1 hour of work. The best part about the PTP method is that you can start with what you have and scale up. As you get more clients and more results, you can increase your prices. Another advantage is that you don't need inventory or have to deal with shipping headaches or customer service nightmares. You're selling your knowledge, helping someone to fix a painful problem. You're focused on delivering value to a small number of clients who pay you well. Now let's address some fears you might have. You might be saying, but what if I'm not good at sales? You don't need to be a sales expert. When you're genuinely helping people to solve problems they care about, the conversation flows naturally. The sale happens almost effortlessly. You want to focus on their needs and how you can help them to get results. Sometimes people ask me, what if I don't know how to create content to attract leads and customers? Start simple. Share what you've learned, mistakes you've made, and how you've overcome challenges. Authentic content where you're vulnerable and honest, it always outperforms perfectly polished but soulless content. Now, unfortunately, we're not allowed to share everything on YouTube, which is why I've recorded a free video to show you how I made over $1,000 a day in profit from my laptop. And right now, we're also offering a few free consultation calls with me or my team to help you come up with a game plan to reach financial freedom in 90 days or less using the PTP method. Now, I highly suggest you click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video. But be quick, because spots speed up extremely fast and soon we'll be forced to take the video down. Now some people say, I don't have time to build a business. The PTP method actually requires less time than other business models because you're focused on quality, not quantity. You're not making hundreds of products or serving dozens of clients. I remember when I was constantly telling my mom that I was doing what it takes and that it was going to work out. But the truth is, I was spinning my wheels until I found this focused approach. The shift happened when I stopped trying to do everything and focused on one specific problem I could solve through one specific group of people. Let me be brutally honest with you. Most people won't succeed because they won't commit. They'll watch this video and think, oh, that sounds good. And then they will go back to mindless scrolling. You don't want to act like most people, otherwise you end up like them. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens through intentional, strategic decisions followed by consistent action. The PTP method works, but only if you work on it. Your biggest obstacle isn't the market, competition, economy, or lacking time. It's the excuses you tell yourself. When you say, I'll start tomorrow, I need to learn more first, I'm not ready yet. These are all forms of resistance keeping you stuck. Every successful entrepreneur I know, including myself, had to push through the same doubts. We had the same excuses. The difference between successful people and people who fail, it's not talent or luck most of the time. Honestly, some of the wealthiest people I know are dumb, genuinely. It's the willingness to take action despite fear. When I started my business, I wasn't special. I was just a 19 to 20-year-old kid with no business degree, no fancy connections, and no startup capital. What I did have was determination and a willingness to follow a proven process and to stay open-minded. Your background or circumstances doesn't determine how far you can go. Your decisions do. Right now you have a choice. Continue to do what you've always done and get the same results, or follow this 30-day plan and create real lasting change. The most expensive decision you can make isn't investing in your business, it's staying stuck where you are. Every day you delay is potential income and freedom lost forever. So here's my challenge to you. Commit to the 30-day plan. Follow the weekly steps. Stop overcomplicating things and take action. In 30 days, you could be running a profitable home-based business that gives you both income and freedom. Remember, you don't need 2,000 customers like an Etsy shop. You don't need 20 clients like a freelancer. You need 2 to 5 people who value your knowledge enough to pay you well for it. This isn't about getting rich quick, even though you can get results very fast. And you only need a few customers to replace the income you make with your job. It's about building a sustainable business based on your knowledge and passion. It's about creating a real transformation for your clients while transforming your own life in the process. I went from watching YouTube videos all day to running a profitable business helping others to succeed. If I could do it, coming from a lower middle class family with no business background, you absolutely can too. I believe in you. Now, it's time to believe in yourself and take that first step. If you want to discover in detail how the PTP method works, check out the free training in the description below, but be quick because I don't know for how long I'm going to keep revealing this stuff for free. With that being said, I'll see you on the other side.